Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Putting Our Perspective on It. This is a YouTube channel that is dedicated to the changing of the stigma around mental health and substance abuse. Okay. My name is Shane Brooks, and I'll be the host of this channel and a lot of the discussions on it. Uh, we will be talking a lot about mental health issues, mental health disorders, substance use disorders, addiction problems, the life of the people that suffer from these, the lives of the families that are affected by these, how we can help these individuals, the things that need to change within inside the systems that help these individuals, and how we as society can change the way we look at these individuals. The sheer fact that most of us probably do have a mental health disorder, but yet we choose to look down upon those that do is a bigger issue. The fact that when we look at somebody that has addiction, we choose to not always look at them appropriately. We look at them as lesser instead of a human, as a person that suffers from an illness and from a disease. We look at them a lot of times as if they made a wrong choice and they're a horrible person for the choices that they made. We forget to realize that there are a lot of other factors that play into these things, that it's not all just inside our heads, that there are biological factors, there are environmental factors, there are thousands of different factors that can play into one's mental health, one's substance use. But yet, we oftentimes turn our backs on them and we leave them out into the communities with nothing. Oftentimes in impoverished communities, the resources are lacking and they're not able to seek the help that they need, and they get forgotten about. All of those reasons are reasons why I founded an organization called Putting for Perspective about 2 years ago. I'm the founder and the current president of that organization. That organization is dedicated to these same things that will be discussed on this YouTube channel. We will be bringing in not just myself, who has a lived experience with mental health issues and substance use disorders. We will be bringing in other individuals who have similar experiences to share their stories. We will be bringing in mental health professionals to talk about their experiences in treating these disorders, some common things to try to recognize, some ways that they feel that families and friends can help their loved ones. We will also be bringing in and breaking down some of the most current research that is going on in the psychological world about things with inside the LGBTQ community, the any community that we find, any research that we find, we will be bringing it in, we will be breaking it down. We will be bringing it to you in as simple terms as we can. Because what we are trying to do here is we are trying to break the stigma around mental health. We are trying to break the stigma around substance use. We are trying to prove that it's okay to not be okay. We're trying to break the stigma around toxic masculinity. Trying to prove that as a man in this world, I can talk about my emotions. I can talk about my problems. I can cry. I can be vulnerable. And that's okay. In fact, it's normal. I don't have to bury that all down inside. It doesn't make me weak. It doesn't make me lesser of a man. These are things that we are trying to change. We are also trying to change things around substance use. So we will be talking the raw details about substance use. How you as a family member, if you are living with somebody with a substance use or a mental health disorder, you can be the ones to help them. How your actions that you think may be helping them may actually be pushing them in a direction that you don't want them to go. That your actions that you think may be helping them may actually be enabling them to continue down their path of addiction. How your actions may be pushing them to a relapse because you're smothering them. There are so many dynamics and so many moving pieces inside the addiction and mental health recovery world that it is a very complex bubble. And there's not enough people talking about it. Okay, so we're going to bring on family members that live with these people, loved ones that live with these people, hear their stories, hear what they do to help. We're going to bring you the raw, nitty gritty stuff. And we're also going to bring you things that people do for spiritual and mental health challenges, things that they do to deepen and figure out more about who they are. We're going to bring you ways of positive coping skills. We're going to show you things that you can do if you are someone suffering from these to make things a little bit easier in your life. Now, full disclosure, I am not a trained professional. That is why we will be bringing on licensed professionals. I am still actively going to school at the University of Utah to get my degrees in psychology and recreational therapy. Until then, all of my advice is just friendly advice from a person that lives with 3 different mental health disorders and 3 different substance use disorders. My advice is from the School of Hard Knocks until I graduate from the University of Utah. So, stay tuned for further videos and us putting our perspective on things, putting our perspective on it.